So my current setup is that I have this plank of wood here. It serves no other purpose other than at the moment they do like to scratch on the floor, specifically here. I think it's because they know there's other people and other things outside, so that's just there to stop it while I find sort of a permanent solution. I just have random sort of toys jotted around, this being one of their favourites, one of the cheapest, but it just makes sort of a cool sound. They don't actually use this as a litter tray, but it's just there just in case. This is one of the litter trays. The planks of wood are to keep it in place, because one of the problems I have found is that they do just like to dig behind it. I haven't found they have any problems with like any of the other stuff I have in my room, like the tree, like the plant is absolutely fine. That's just for them. See the bed, that's my dog Louie, hello. So just more toys. Now this isn't actually where they live. This is just a sort of just a little nook for them while they're in my room, if they want any, you know, private time, or if I need to, you know, leave the room for whatever reason, I can shut them in there, and then I just know they're not getting up to any mischief. So it's just obviously got, you know, some bedding, it's got some water in there, and a hammock. And these, which I actually got from Pets at Home, which aren't actually for ferrets, but they do like climbing on them. So far so everything's so good. This is another little tray. This one actually is their favourite, and it works a lot better because it is blocked in under here, so they can't actually sort of move it, so they can't, you know, knock it over or anything. So I found that's really good. I found that they actually have no problems with sort of like the wires and stuff I have in my room. They've never really tried to touch them or anything like that. This puppy litter pad is just there just because it's a little corner in my room. Obviously I'd rather they didn't pee, but if they did, obviously that is just a form of protection. Just some other toys. They do love to play with empty plastic bottles. This is just a bag of random bits and pieces, so you know, any grooming stuff, treats, toys, spare puppy pads, it's all just in there. And obviously it's high enough that they can't get to it. The one thing about ferrets is, no matter, even if you think they can't get to it, they will find a way to get to it. So I do find they do like to climb up here. What I sometimes do is put a plank of wood just along here, because if they can't reach sort of the steps, they can't climb all the way up. But other than that, that's sort of just the general room format that I've got, and I don't find they have any problems with it. They have full free range, and you know, they enjoy it. So this is where my ferrets live. They just have a 2x2 sort of hutch I got from Pets at Home, and it came with this nice cover that sits on it. They did originally live over there, but I found sort of travelling along on the grass and stuff, it was going to ruin it, so it's just here, which I think, if you can see, it just looks a lot nicer, and it just fits in a lot better. So let's go wake these little munchkins up. Yeah, where are you guys? Oh, hello, good morning. Hi. So this is Eddie, he's a little boy, and this is August, and she's a little girl. Hello, morning. Right, let me shut this and you can come out the other way. Currently working on litter training, so the aim is to get them to go to the toilet before they get to come out for the day. They have already been out once today, but so here we go. So he's going to the toilet now, which is good. They do come out in the morning, but I had to run some errands today, so they did go out for a while, so that's great. So he can come out. Good boy, that's such a good boy. So he can come out, and we'll pop her in here. The general setup I have is, obviously they've got their water and their food. I use heavy ceramic bowls just because I find that they tip every other one over. And obviously I clean this every day because they do still flick water and stuff everywhere. In their little bed area, they just have an assortment of sort of different blankets and stuff. Even if I arrange this nicely so it to me looks like it's going to be softer and comfier, they still rearrange it their own way, so I just let them do it. I actually today am going to be taking out the sawdust in there, because I don't really want the sawdust in there, but it was just what I used until I got all the different towels and blankets and stuff. They have 2 litter trays, purely because I found that 2 works better than 1 for mine, because when I use 1 they would either knock it over or they would choose to poo in the other corner. So I put 2. The reason why you can see tape and stuff is just because they were quite low, they had quite low backs, and I did find that because they like to back up into the corner they would end up pooing over the back. So that just is a little creation by me, and it's actually helped quite a bit. The general stuff they have is obviously sawdust on the shavings on the bottom, just a few toys and tubes. Yeah, so I use this carry case to bring them from outside upstairs, not because I need to, they would let me carry them upstairs. It's just a lot easier so that I can make, I can sort out their hutch and any little bits and pieces that need fully sorting out up here before I release them. And I just think it gets them used to it, so that, if I ever have to take them to the vets or anything, they're going to be nice and calm because they're going to be used to it. So they're both quite well trained in terms of biting. The boy, Eddie, he was a lot quicker to train. I found sort of within, 2 days of having him, got them both at 3 months, by the way. Within the first few days of having them, he had learned already, we don't bite fingers and stuff, which is really good. He does nibble toes a little bit, but actually the past few days he's been a lot better. The girl was a lot harder to train. She didn't seem to want to learn that you don't bite fingers, but actually within the past sort of week, I'd say we've made some big improvements, so that's really good. And she's really lovely, she is. Litter training wise, I don't keep them in my room for too long, because the way I'm trying to do it is that they wake up and they go for a poo in their hutch, in their litter trays, obviously, as you saw. So I find, once they get tired, because they do get tired quite quickly and they go to sleep, I'll put them back in their hutch to sleep, and then we'll do the process again. But obviously, like you've seen, I do have some litter trays in here as well. And this is exactly what I mean. I don't see why he enjoys being in there, but he does. There's not actually much he can get into really, and obviously if I see him getting up to mischief, I'll take him out, but sometimes he does fall out. But he seems to quite enjoy it. Oh, there we go. But right back up again.